Welcome to Jen's on the Reel. Thank you guys for listening in. Since I have your attention right now, I want you guys to go ahead and click that subscribe button so that you can continue to get notifications on when we have our next episodes. And that way you don't miss not one of our, funniest episodes that we have.
Yes, man. Subscribe. The little button's not going to bite you.
Dude, I am really excited about today's topic.
Okay. Yes, we have a topic.
Yeah. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Okay. Just wing it with us. I love the topic of love. And
well, I could see that lady in red.
Lady in red. And there, for so many different factors, but I have teenagers, so they're going through the early stages of love.
Well, yes,
right?
I know that your daughter has her little boyfriend, and they've been
now
together for a while.
Yeah, it's pretty committed.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we have the little puppy love situation. And there's always been, I have other friends that have been married multiple times, and they say, you know what, the third time's the charm.
Well, my stepdaughter, too. My stepdaughter, it has her boyfriend. They've been together already like 2-3 years. They live together and everything. And they're even talking marriage and everything.
Okay. And how long have they've been together for 3 years? But how old was she when they started?
And let me see, she's 22 now. Yeah, she must have been like 20.
Okay, so early, right after high school.
Right after high school.
And so I have one daughter that has the boyfriend, and I have the other one that's turning 15 soon. And she's like, I don't think I'm gonna have a high school sweetheart. She doesn't want. She says, I just think that it's not gonna last. So it's kind of like, oh, thanks for the fun, but goodbye kind of situation.
Well, it's funny because I didn't really have a high school sweetheart or a boyfriend really in high school. And I remember in high school, I was thinking that I was going to stay alone forever, because I was like, and when you're young and you're a girl at that age, you have insecurities. Yeah. I don't care if you're like the prettiest girl in school, you still have some kind of insecurities because you're not really into your, your womanhood yet. Yeah. And I remember thinking, what's wrong with me? Yeah. Like I remember my max was 2 weeks. That was like my max. But don't get me wrong, I had a great time because I would go out a lot. Like I see like what the young loves, they do. It's more wholesome. They do stuff with the family,
it's
whatever.
Cute. It's
cute. I was at Hot Wheels skating or at a club dancing,
I was limited. I couldn't do very much of anything. And to me, I think it was like an escape, So my dating situation was with older men, which is kind of weird now that I think about it because I was 14 years old and I was dating a 21-year-old. And that lasted for like 7 months until the mom cut it off.
That's like pedophile shit.
Listen, but wait. At that point, I mean, my parents knew who he was and stuff like that, or didn't know him, but they had met him. They knew the intentions, right? And the mom called me, and she 7 months after saying, like it has to be called.
Well, hello, Elvis Presley and Priscilla.
No, I don't know the story.
She was like super young when he met her, and he was. And well, I don't know if you've seen, I saw the movie Presley or whatever, which is a story about them too, which she actually helped produce it or direct it or whatever. And he got her like super young. And I remember looking at the movie and going, oh my God, that's so pedophile.
It was so common back then. I mean, I'm sorry. It was
but
so
they didn't like, supposedly in the movie, I don't know if this is true, but they didn't sleep together until way later. Now when she was young and he wouldn't like, and the
that's
parents
BS.
Had like, I think it's
out.
BS too, but I mean, I guess you're right. Maybe back then.
I mean, I don't
know. I never
know.
liked older guys. I'm not gonna lie.
I did because I didn't want to train it. I didn't want to teach anybody anything. I wanted to be taken care of, but still, be myself. Like I was always somebody that was, studious and had my goals and so forth, But I wanted some like a man, and so then fast forward, that one broke off, and I didn't have any other relationship. It was like on and off with like teenage boys, and honestly, I couldn't relate.
You were 14, and how old was he?
21.
Could you imagine the age difference right now? He'd be like an
old
guy.
I would get no. Well, yeah, this is true.
Think about it.
This is true.
He'd be like super old.
Well, sort of. 7 years. No, wait. No, 7 year difference. Wait, is it? Yeah, it was like
14 to what?
To 21. Yeah.
Oh, he was 21. I don't know why I thought you said 24.
It just seems so much.
That's 10 years.
It seems like such
Even
a
though
big
10
gap.
years is
okay,
not,
so that's where I'm going.
Okay.
When I was 18, I met my ex-husband, and he's 10 years older than me also.
Yeah.
And my current husband is 10 years older than me.
Yeah, that gap closes as you get older.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, my aunt and my uncle, my aunt is 10 years younger than my uncle.
Okay.
And they met when she was young, but she looked so young. She still looks so young. And she tells me the story. She goes, I don't know why he wanted to be with me. I was so old compared to him and this and that. But they're still happily married, and they're like happily married, like giddy still after all these years. And they're like in their 60s and 70s.
That's cute.
And they're still giddy, and he still like caresses her and tells her how beautiful she is. And it's really cute.
You know, I hear, and we were having this conversation with Lewis, who's in the background.
That never wants to talk.
Yeah, that never wants to talk. I hear that puppy love, that first love, the teenage love, is the purest love, because it's love
so
out of
innocent.
Nowhere. It's so innocent. It has no reason. And then you go through that, and then that falls apart, and that's a hard-ass breakup, right? And then you end up with like a college love or somewhere in between. You're 20-something, right?
And that sometimes ends up being the crazy love.
Yeah.
Maybe you're breaking up and going back, and I need some space.
It's
and
like
and
unsure of where you are, and it honestly.
And sometimes you marry this one.
Yeah, which I did. It mimics your 20s, you know, your lack of decision during that time frame, or ability to decide what's the real you, right?
Granted, not everyone, because I do know people that have been married straight out of high school or still married.
But then they kept the puppy love.
Right, or they met in their early 20s and they're still married now. And that's beautiful.
That's resilience, man. I will tell you, to go through that early stage.
And grow up together.
Deal with this person, the immature. I'm looking at these boys that my girls are talking to or considering, and I'm like, oh my God, the immaturity, and having to, because girls are more mature. I know you guys are having a lot of fun, but we have to mention our sponsors. Our sponsors for this show are the Curse Team and New World Title, and we deliver results on everything real estate.
No, and let me tell you, dating nowadays for young people is not that easy.
No.
Because I have, my stepson is 26. By the way, ladies, he's single, available. He's a teacher. He's got a good head on his shoulder, and he's really cute.
Okay.
So any other 26 years old
Any
out
contenders?
there, let me know. I'll hook you up. But he tells me it's so hard for him because he's looking for the one. Yeah. And he's like, these girls out here, and imagine Miami, it's a tough market, you know?
Okay, so I feel like girls are being taught to be entitled, and I don't think it's being done in a like purposely. I think we're just in a stage where we're like, you know, you got to be taken care of, and that's what you tell your daughters.
Well, I don't
growing
know.
up.
He sends me these video clips on Instagram, like showing me samples, and like guys. So remember, back in the day, if a man would approach you, they'd compliment you. Oh, you're so pretty, or that color looks really good on you, or whatever. You do that to girls nowadays, and their friend like eats you alive, or what are you looking at?
Because it's so frowned upon. And then it's like, you know, the other thing is, it's okay to have a compliment, to take a compliment.
Yes, you know? It's flattering.
It's okay to do that. As a matter of fact, you should do it to other people.
Actually, and depends on the delivery. Like, no, like, oye, mamacita.
Well, yeah. No. You don't want it nasty like that. But you know. Yeah. And if you're a woman and you're walking around and you're in these little small clothes, you're definitely looking for attention. It's definitely not the right one.
I mean, they're gonna look. They're men. How can they not look?
Yeah.
Hell, I even look sometimes because I'm like, oh, nice.
Well, and you're giving the wrong message. Your message is, hi, I'm here. You know, I want a situation.
Whatever that all situation of me, baby.
Is. Yeah. So,
no surprises later.
Exactly. It's for real. Or the surprises are whenever you see their younger self pictures and then you realize that they did a lot of surgery.
So here's the thing. When I was younger, I remember we used to call it hoochie down. And we used to be hooching out.
Yeah.
And that would be that because we would have like skimpy outfits, you know what I mean? But
little shorts, a little tank top.
Right, but I'm not gonna lie, you couldn't see my ass cheeks, you know?
No, now it's like a drape. It's like you have a little curtain of something.
And I get it, because damn, you look good at that age. You want to flaunt it. Trust me, I get it. I looked good up until like the other day. You know, so I get it, you know. It's funny because now with my age, I'm like, I can't wear that. Like, I feel like I wear thongs to the beach, and I feel like they're saying, Mira esta cincuentinona, no sé, with those tongue, que falta respeto. That I feel like I'm being, and I'm like, because I feel like I'm starting to look my age. And again,
like you
I'm
need
trying
to look appropriate,
like at your age,
but
Jennifer.
you have the body. No, but you have the body and you can handle it. You can handle it. It's okay.
So it's funny because, this weekend we did a family weekend with my stepdaughter's boyfriend's parents and his family. Okay, so that's another thing.
I was gonna say
when your kids start going out with their like your daughter is like my stepdaughter. I don't know about you, but we got super close to her boyfriend's family. Like we go on vacations together. Like
which is nice.
We went to Europe for 2 weeks last year during Christmas and New Year's with the kids and everything. And we go out to dinner with them by ourselves. Like we're really. And
but
this
what
weekend,
do you wear to the beach?
Okay, so then this weekend we were at the beach with them. It was like a whole family reunion. All their kids were there. They invited us. It was really, really nice. And they're super cool people. But then I started thinking, so her daughter ran into her ex-boyfriend that she hasn't seen him since they broke up like 3 years ago.
Oh, shit.
And they're young and they were together for like 10 years. Like, so her parents are still friends with with his parents, but it was like this big ordeal because then he got there and he was talking to her parents and they were literally like hanging out with us. And then he was with another girl, which you couldn't tell until the end.
Oh, wow.
Because he was like completely ignoring her.
Oh, my God.
And it was like, then when we figured out they were together, I was like, it was like a major drama. And then I started to think about it. I mean, it would suck if they would break up because you get so attached to the family. Yeah. And then then the daughter was upset. She's like, and then her older daughter was like, pick a team, Mom.
Oh, no.
Pick a side, because you're kind of like torn in the middle.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, like, if you see them in the street, obviously say hi, how are you? But while they were there, she felt uncomfortable. Like it was this big ordeal. So I started thinking.
Well, because the breakup is something happened in the breakup. Somebody's hurt in the breakup.
Right. There's always a dumpy and the dumper.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So, sometimes it's together, but it's because shit's not working out. Right. So.
Right. No, and then she saw him. Imagine it's been a few years. He's a little buff now. He had a little pump. He looks a little older. He's into.
And now with a girlfriend.
He's 26 now, between 23 to 26.
It's a difference.
It's a big difference, especially in guys, So not that she wanted to go back with him or anything like that, nothing like that. But she was just like, it was awkward. And it got me thinking, oh my God, if they break up, even though they're talking marriage, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
And then it sucks. You get attached to the family.
Yeah, it happened to me with Amber. And she had a boyfriend for a long period of time. He was very sweet. And, it didn't work out. And now it's like, we don't even talk to the mom anymore. And, I follow him on Instagram, so I see him. But it's kind of like weird. It's like you attach yourself to this person. Now you just got to, let them go because it didn't work out, obviously, with your kid. You want to honor
my
that
cousin,
situation.
too, I remember she went out with her boyfriend for, 7-8 years. And my cousin got attached to the parents. Even they were, I would see them out. Super cool people. These are people you want to hang out with, And they broke up and it sucked. And then but now like 2-3 years later, they got back together. So now we're back in.
Okay, so we're back in the game.
We're back in the game with the family. But it sucks, man, because you get attached, And I was thinking about that over the weekend.
Man, I thought you were going to go with, because we were talking about like what to wear. And I had a situation.
Oh, okay. So listen, at the family thing, like I said.
Were you wearing that thong?
Okay, I wasn't wearing thong, but I thought about it. I took them, of course, but I was wearing like cheeky. I did cheeky, so it's not complete thongs. And I took them and I thought about it. And it's funny because me and Marcel have matching bathing suits and he hates it.
I haven't done that
for him to wear it, you understand? And of course he doesn't pack them, but I pack them. And I'm like, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna wear it?" And then then I was like, "No, I don't want to wear it. I don't want to be like, the old lady with the thong." You know what I mean? And I was like, no, but I wore the cheekies.
Well, my situation, these kids are so young that when they're, like when we had David's birthday thing, we had his parents there and
That was my grandma bathing suit, by the way.
Oh yeah. We had my daughter's boyfriend's parents there, and I have been invited to pool parties that they've invited me to, but I never, ever get in the pool or take off
I can imagine.
my clothes. I never ever show even my bathing suit period. I just decide not to get in the water.
Because
and
with
this
you,
time I had to.
I feel like with you, no matter what you wear, it's a thong because your butt's just gonna eat it up.
It's a problem that I have, and it's so embarrassing. But we just.
I swear to God, can you please stand up and
no.
You need to show them your kaboom.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
People, this thing is like in 3D. It like pops out at you.
No, stop it.
Come on, show it.
Look,
show
my
it,
hands are getting sweaty.
Show it. Show it.
Stop it. I am not going to stand up. I swear I can't with you.
She's gonna show it one of these episodes. I promise you. I'm gonna make her.
It's just exaggerating.
Come on, baby. It's the money maker.
Stop. I can't even do this. It's so embarrassing to me to even like anything.
Okay, you took off. You went
for David's birthday. I didn't even get in the pool, but I was so embarrassed. I was like walking around like sideways like this in front of his parents because I was like, oh my God.
So that day, did you get in the pool?
No, I didn't get in the pool. I didn't take off the little cover up that I had.
No, but that day you were saying that you got in the pool.
No, I've never gotten in the pool with these people around. Like I can't. And then the other thing is, like, for example, sometimes I'm in my gym clothes and I used to drop off the girls at school, and I have my nephew telling me that his friends are like, who is that? And I'm like, oh, no, this is so inappropriate. So it's like it's like a weird space with the teenagers and the teenage boys. Because the teenage boys at that age. No, they're out of control.
On fire.
Yeah, and then you have to debate. Okay, if they're gonna be here, I have to dress appropriately. Like I can't. Like it's just freaking weird.
It's weird. I know.
It's freaking weird.
I know, and the funny thing is because you feel one age. But you're not really that age.
Listen, Linda. I said I was going to be 25. After I turned 25, I was going to stay 25 from there on. And somebody told me not too long ago that I look like I'm 29, so I'm pretty close.
It's funny because I have people I've had people, I talk to them like, I just can't believe this is happening to me. And they're like, do you know how old you are? What did you think? You weren't going to age? I'm like, I knew I was going to age, but not so quickly. I thought I was just going to like age and look 20 years younger than my age all the time.
Oh my God, no. I have a 20-year reunion coming up.
Oh, damn.
High school.
Damn, I feel like my 20-year reunion was such a long time ago.
It was 10 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah. So my 20-year, and I'm like, I wonder what these people, am I going to recognize these people? And I think the boys or the men now, you can recognize, but the women are the ones that change, and a lot of them change.
Women change,
like terribly,
Yeah, it depends. Where's this reunion? It's not here.
It's gonna be here, yeah.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah,
because you graduated in Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Miami's different because women in Miami, we kind of keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you told me in another state, then maybe I'd be like, I don't have anything to worry about. But
no, I'm not worrying about nothing.
Us Miami people, it's tough. It's tough out here. Like I tell my friends all the time, here we're like about a 7. Anywhere else, we're probably like at least a 10.
That's why people from somewhere else come here and they're super surprised. And Miami tends to be the cheating town. Before we close out, Jen, I want your opinion. Which one's better? Puppy love, college love, and old love?
Well, I'm going to say my number 2 sucked really bad. So if I could have skipped that one, I would totally skip that one. My 3rd has been the winning one.
Yeah.
But I like the puppy love too. Even though it's innocent, they're all good. I just feel you learn a lot
stages,
from all of them. And they kind of mold you like everything in life. Your experiences mold you to your future self.
Yeah.
But if I could go back and talk to myself back then, I'd be like,
Jen?
Do not call that guy. Stay away from him. Let's just skip that whole ordeal. And then my friends that are watching, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Dude, my daughter was like, "Oh, but you met dad during this time frame. Their biological dad." I was like, "Yes, honey, but had I known better, because I was 10 gap difference, I would I honestly, I would have preferred going through college and meeting somebody in college and kind of just like going through those stages.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have had your daughters, you see? So everything happens
exactly.
for
So
a
then I
reason.
told him that. I said, no, I'm not going to say it the way I said it to her, but because
just say it, man.
Oh my gosh. I go, I am fortunate to have you guys because of him. I wouldn't have you guys because you guys were the ones in his sack.
Well, there's a way to close out the show.
I told you I didn't want to say that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening.
And any advice you have, on bikinis, cheekies, and breakups, let us know. And don't worry, you will see the ass soon.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Hiding till I can. But anyway, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.